Welcome everyone to my new top 10 list of the top 10 fighting type Pokemon. This list is completely my opinion, so as long as you respect my opinion, I will respect yours. And saying that, make sure to leave your top 10 fighting type Pokemon in the comments below. And with that, I will let the list begin. In the number 10 spot, I have Poliwrath. Poliwrath is a water fighting type, and like many Pokemon on this list, I just can't explain why I like it, I just do. Maybe it's a mixture of its design and my nostalgia whenever I use Poliwrath. The nostalgia is, whenever I play Pokemon Heart Gold, or whenever I used to play Pokemon Heart Gold, I would always have a Poliwrath on my team. And it was always my waterfall and diver, because I would give dive to my team members. Yeah, but it always had waterfall and dive, and it had a Dragonite? Yeah, I usually had a Dragonite that had surf. So yeah, that was Poliwrath in number 10. In the number 10 spot, I have Poliwrath. Poliwrath is a water fighting type, and like many Pokemon on this list, I just can't explain why I like it, I just do. Maybe it's a mixture of its design and my nostalgia whenever I use Poliwrath. The nostalgia is, whenever I play Pokemon Heart Gold, or whenever I used to play Pokemon Heart Gold, I would always have a Poliwrath on my team. And it was always my waterfall and diver, because I would give dive to my team members. Yeah, but it always had waterfall and dive, and it had a Dragonite? Yeah, I usually had a Dragonite that had surf. So yeah, that was Poliwrath in number 10. In the number 8 spot, we have Galant. Galant is a fighting psychic Pokemon, and is pretty decently rounded. Its attack and special defense are really stand out. It's the opposite of Gardevoir. All of its stats are the same except for its special attack. Their attack and special attack are switched, so Gardevoir has 125 and Galant has 65. But the reason why I like Galant is just because of its design. Like its elbow blades, how they can extend. And it always like reminds me of Wolverine, which reminds me of Marvel, and I love the Marvel comics. So yeah, that was Gardevoir at number 8. Number 7 spot, we have Blaziken. Blaziken is the original fighting type starter from the 3rd generation, which most of you have known him from his Mega Evolution in X and Y, and then the Hone remakes. Blaziken has always held a special place in my heart because it's always been him or Mudkip or Swampert, because the anime made me like Blaziken more, but I always just liked using Swampert more in the games. On my Omega Ruby, I have a Blaziken, which is amazing. I love how fast and how strong it hits. No matter what you give it, it's gonna do a lot of damage with a 120 attack and 110 special attack. So you can have a mixed Blaziken, which I like running mixed Pokemon more than I like running one or the other. Because whenever I play the games, stats don't matter. It's just whatever. So sometimes I'll put on a move that I probably shouldn't, but I can't do that with Blaziken because both stats are equal. So that's why I like Blaziken. In the number 6 spot, we have Emboar, the 5th generation fire fighting type Pokemon, the 3rd in a row. He was in my top 10 list, so I don't really have anything else to say. So if you guys want to know what I have to say about Emboar, you can check that top 10 list, my top 10 favorite Pokemon. But all you guys need to know is Emboar is in number 6. Next we have Breloom. If not for anything more than its battle, for its online usability. It's so strong, it never lets you down, and that technician boosted Mach Punch is amazing. That's all I have to say about it. It's just a really good Pokemon overall. Its design is a little bit iffy, but if it got a Mega Evolution, then that would make Breloom, in my mind, one of the best Pokemon in the game. But it's halfway there. Even though his base stats was only 460, which really isn't that good. Well, it's alright. But that Mach Punch makes up for his low speed. But he is sort of frail, so you have to sort of a glass cannon you have here. But nevertheless, he is amazing, and that is why he is number 5. In the number 4 spot, we have none other than Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan is one of the OG fighting type Pokemon and was my starter in our Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire Soul Link. It never let me down in that until Cody decided to kill it. Spoiler alert. But that's beside the point. Up to me, like, he has access to all the elemental punches, plus Mach Punch, which is what I like to run. I like to run Mach Punch, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, and Fire Punch, just because that's what he's made for. I'm pretty sure he gets the ability Iron Fist, which does boost all of those moves, and it's a pretty. It can take a special hit, not so much a physical. You can take a physical hit, all right, but it's more especially defensive. And don't even think about running any special moves on this because it won't do anything. It's Jackie Chan is what it is. It's Jackie Chan. And yep, that is Hitmonchan. In number 3, we have Hawlucha, the Luchador from 6th Gen. He is one of the best fighting types for me. He is. I wish that he evolved, or not evolved. I wish that he had better stats and that he had a Mega Evolution. To me, this is one of the best fighting type Pokemon. It's even though it can't really fly. It does have its signature move, Flying Press, which on its own is pretty cool. It hits for resistance slash weakness of both fighting and flying. So it's super effective on grass types, for example, and dark types, which is pretty cool. And he's a freaking luchador, he's a freaking Mexican wrestler. That is so cool. I love that idea for a design. But that is number 3, Hawlucha. And in the number 2 spot, the runner-up to number 1, we have Machamp. I love Machamp. I love Machoke and Machamp. Mostly because, as you guys know, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl was my first game, and you can catch Machamp pretty early on. I always did, and I always had a Machoke. Sometimes it'd be hard for me to evolve it, but I would always try, and when I did, it was a beast. It plowed through everything. The only thing that stopped it was flying types, which I had covered in my Luxray, which had Crunch for the ghost types. It can't hit. So yeah, that's why Machamp is here. In the number 1 spot, the one that inspired this whole list, we have Lucario. Lucario, to me, is like, I should have put him on my top 10 list, I just forgot about him. I love playing as him in Smash Bros, which I know is probably irrelevant right now. I like the movie that he's in, and I love using him. His Mega Evolution is so strong, and he's strong without it. He's a really good mixed attacker, gets some decent speed, pretty frail though. He just reminds me of Goku. The Aura Sphere and the Kamehameha parallels. That's what they're called. They're called parallel. Its design, like it just looks so cool to me. Like it looks like something that would destroy you. It just looks like it has, in those martial arts, it's super gymnastic, like has really good agility, and I don't know what else to say. I love its design, I love what it can do, I love all the games that it's in, I love its movies. So yeah, that was Lucario. And number 1, that was my top 10 list. Make sure to leave your top 10 list in the comments section below. And make sure to vote for which one I should do next. Any type. And I will count. I'll probably give this maybe a week to get all the votes in. And then, so in probably before a month. After 2 weeks, before a month, there will be a new top 10 list of whatever type you guys voted. So that has been my top 10 fighting type Pokemon, and what else is there to say? Not so much.